Hello, Tenno. I want to preface this video by saying the dojos you're going to see today are from a rotation that's already flipped. I got a bit carried away getting ready for 10 October, and this video totally slipped my mind. However, I do have this tour in full over on Twitch. I'll put the link in the description. I also pre-recorded the footage for a highlight video, so we can still proceed with this one. But understand that aside from the All-Star, the 3 dojos shown are not currently on rotation. With all that being said, let's head to the Golden Lion and begin our tours. So the first room I want to pay attention to is that spawn room. It makes me incredibly happy to see people not put off and intimidated by the size of these Deviri rooms and that they're getting used. This room has a selection of really nice sculpts. Obviously the Joy Polychrome makes everything really nice and bright. And overall, it's just a joy of a room to walk around. The second room I really enjoyed is called New Robotico Galactic Insect. And it's this really cool, chaotic fight scene. A really nice range of mech sizes. And the actual central sculpt, like the main bad guy, looks like a genuinely finished boss. Very cool looking, very cohesive. And the final room is obviously going to be that Aura Worm room. And this thing to me looks incredible. The whole head shape looks phenomenal. Really cool take on the body design. Instantly recognizable. They even found the cap to include some kind of scenery. Very cool. Now the second dojo is Hunhow Reapers. We're going to start with their room titled Colosseum. Now this room makes me happy because it's a really good attempt at masking this room. They've got rid of all the default flooring. They've masked the walls up until the windows, clearly a feature they wanted to keep. And overall, it's just a pretty fun build. The second room I really enjoy is called Skyboat Citadel. It's this kind of cool take on a floating islands open space room. They've done a really good job of packing plenty of detail into these spaces. Feel really well filled out. And then, I'm not usually one for Orican birds, but I think this example is a pretty damn good one. Very cool, unique face shape. Full spectral wings. And this beautiful portal emergence. Now my final pick for this dojo is a room called the Zariman Dormitory. And I quite enjoy the concept of replicating player housing in the dojo. Dojo having way more customization than the actual dormer zones. And they got plenty of nice little details like somewhere to sit, somewhere to eat. They even managed to model a little shower. The final regular rotation dojo is Titan Wolf. And we're going to start in the Colony Project room. This room is clearly some kind of space dock, where there's these cargo ships getting loaded and unloaded. Now the room is a little bit sparse, but it's still very clear what it's meant to be. The selection of decoration for the engines, I think, is spot on. Loads of nice little greebly details for free with this decoration. But yeah, a fun build. Now, I'm not normally one to go in for these catwalk kind of spaces, but the fashion frame room that these guys have built makes me happy. Got this cool kind of aircraft hangar vibe. Obviously a little Imperium flex, kind of reinforcing this idea of this being like an industrial hangar type space. I will say this room looks pretty cool, but the light sources are coming from the middle of nowhere. So maybe kind of construct some kind of lighting arrangement for those. Other than that, a pretty cool room. And my final pick from this dojo is the Village Ostron build. Now to me this feels like a quarry of sorts. There's some really nice details, all these cool little scaffolding setups. And little like workers' huts. Definitely feels like it could be slotted into the cedar landscape somewhere. Now I wasn't going to tour the All-Stars in this video. I was going to try to give them their own videos. But in this case, we had quite a low participation on PlayStation, meaning there was only 3 other dojos besides the All-Star. So I went ahead and covered the All-Star in this one. Just happened to be that the All-Star this time is me. And this is my older clan progeny. I was to pick 3 rooms that I'd want you to see. It's going to be my spawn room first. And my take on a elvish looking floating islands kind of build. So I don't want to blow my own trumpet too hard, but there's plenty of cool little details in here if you look around. The second room I really enjoy in this dojo is the Monster House room. Inspired by the film of the same name. Got a cool spooky vibe that I built for the Halloween contest a couple of years back. And I'm quite proud of a lot of my Star Wars builds. but the Millennium Falcon is probably my best example. It's got this kind of cool exterior built. And I also found the time to model some of the inside. You can have a walk around the whole thing, inside and out. If you want to see the rest of my builds, I'm still the All-Star, and I will be on there for another 2 months. If you're not on PlayStation, you can have a look at anything labeled Progeny on my channel. It's from this dojo. That's my highlights for this rotation. Peace out. Catch you in the next one. I'll try not to be late next time.